How's it going out there, my fellow world patriots? It is Sunday, December 15th, 2024, and I'm sure some of you have heard some of the hoopla about this aerial phenomenon going on over New Jersey and a few other states, of course. But we had this account here on X, formerly Twitter, chiming in, and of course this is all speculative and allegedly, just for the record out there. But important to note that this account was removed from X.com, which is pretty interesting considering they're supposed to be on the up and up lately, but I can definitely cite some issues with shadow banning, etc., especially on my account. But Jersey Future says, I'm one of a few groups people who know exactly what the drones are in New Jersey. This tweet will go into the void as I have no followers, but I'll share it anyways. Please retweet for reach. He says, what you're seeing are American-made HPGE nuclear detector drones. They can detect the presence of gamma rays miles away, but what is a gamma ray? It says, that's the stuff we attribute to radiation, electromagnetic waves that penetrate you and cause cancer. HPGE drones are built to inspect nuclear sites, but these ones aren't. All right, it continues on and says, in the late 2000s, the DoD needed a response to the threat of dirty bombs from ISIS coming into our ports in New York and New Jersey. They've been stocking up on these drones for a while. Some were deployed to Ukraine when Russia threatened the use of dirty bombs. They look weird because they're heavy and have giant cryo-coolers mounted and giant horn antennas to communicate on an MM wave frequency that can't be jammed. All right, guys, and an MM wave is a millimeter wave. It's a type of wireless communication that uses high-frequency electromagnetic waves to transmit data. Here's a little clip one of 18 had sent me over. Now, keep in mind, this video is 10 years old. Listen to what they were setting up 10 years ago, and where?
The military has been using drones for years, unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs. Now the U.S. government wants to expand the use of drones to include commercial and private use, and New Jersey is among several sites selected nationwide.
This is just an enormous opportunity for the state of New Jersey, and the reality that unmanned aerial systems, UAVs, the technology is there to use them today, but we haven't figured out a way to safely integrate them into domestic airspace.
Rutgers University is partnering with Virginia Tech to conduct the research. Drone research is already underway at the FAA Technical Center in South Jersey. Companies like Amazon have also experimented with adapting drones for commercial purposes. Lobiondo believes the technology has immense potential.
All right, guys, and apparently Nick Sorter here on X had posted this air traffic control, people talking out of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, how they had to shut the base down because of too much drone activity. This is Ohio.
Tower, Medflight 8, 1,900 feet, about 7 miles southwest of the field, like transition your Delta northeastbound.
Medflight 8 Patterson Tower, use extreme caution for heavy UAS movement on the base. Security forces is handling the situation. Suggest at or above 1,700 AGL.
That we will maintain 2,000 and on our transition for Medflight 8.
And I gotta keep the lights down so that security forces can see.
Roger that, no problem.
Position approved, sir.
Approved, Medflight 8.
Medflight 8 Tower.
Ahead for Medflight 8.
Hey, sir, you're still approved through our Class Delta. After you leave, Columbus is going to sterilize the Class Delta as of 0330 Zulu. Patterson Class Delta is closed after your transition.
I'm sorry about that. You got stepped on by other traffic. Can you say again?
Yes, sir. Your transition is still approved. However, Patterson Class Delta is sterilized as of 0330 Zulu for heavy unknown UAS activity. Security forces is handling it, and Columbus is going to sterilize the airspace after you leave the Delta.
Roger that, no problem. Thank you.
All right, pretty interesting, right? And so this is over in Ohio, and the previous activity is in New Jersey. All right, so let's get back to this guy's posts. This is where I come in. The technology these drones use have few suppliers, both for MM wave equipment and the high purity germanium, the same suppliers that are the backbone of my industry. So what are they doing? Collecting information and how public will react, PSYOP, and testing their ability to sweep a port city like New York for dirty bombs. Should note, Not a military expert, but spent 1/3 of my career as an RF engineer. We're only hired in military, telecom, and finance. I'm speculating that this is just a drill, but I know exactly what those drones are. My guess is Iran's situation made the drill a priority. Make no mistake, a dirty bomb is, or was until now, the greatest threat to America. A few going off in New York City and central LA would cripple us. The evidence we'd need to respond in kind would be impossible to get in time or at all. All our toys would be worthless with no target. Oh, and how do I know they're not foreign owned? Because I'm confident they're HPGE drones. But even if you didn't believe me, you can see they have bright lights on them to keep our air traffic safe, something an enemy wouldn't care about. Makes sense, right? All right, he says, this image matches the videos I've seen, and it certainly helps explain the government's odd response. He says, I can't rule it out, but what was the most distinct to me was the clustering and flight patterns of the footage I've seen. That screams sensing, not logistics. And there are a few things with the mission patterns to sense that they'd need to cluster and detect besides gamma rays. I really hope this is what's going on, DCNJ says. And he says, it is, my friend. I'm sorry that truth can't come from a more recognizable and verified source of truth like our government. I understand why they can't, though. The threat of even the panic from a threat is a threat in itself. Pretty interesting. This is this guy's idea of what's going on, and we've seen other people posting on, the Chans or whatever that are basically saying that they're sniffing and looking for things. So it's either they're setting up something for a big light show or they're looking for something of the boom boom nature. So we will keep you guys posted as much as humanly possible, of course. And remember, keep your head on a swivel out there, and we do appreciate each and every one of you guys and gals out there for tuning in. And until that next video, thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Peace.